In older homes, particularly those with outdated electrical systems, unusual lighting behavior like dimming or brightening can indicate underlying issues. There are several potential explanations for the phenomenon of lights dimming with a washing machine and brightening with a refrigerator. Firstly, consider voltage fluctuations. When a motor, such as the one in a washing machine's pump, starts, it demands a significant amount of current. This sudden surge in current draw can cause a temporary voltage drop across the electrical system, especially if the wiring is undersized or the system is already heavily loaded. This voltage drop is experienced by other devices connected to the same circuit or service panel, including the lights, causing them to dim. The extent of the dimming depends on the severity of the voltage drop and the sensitivity of the lights. The refrigerator, when its compressor cycles on, also draws a substantial current. However, some refrigerators are equipped with capacitors or other components that help to mitigate the voltage fluctuations associated with the compressor's startup. A capacitor stores electrical energy and releases it gradually, smoothing out the current draw and reducing the impact on the overall voltage of the circuit. As a result, instead of dimming, the lights may briefly brighten as the voltage is temporarily stabilized or slightly increased. Secondly, loose connections can cause similar lighting behaviors. Electrical connections, especially in older wiring systems, can become loose over time due to corrosion, vibration, or improper installation. These loose connections create resistance in the circuit, which can lead to intermittent voltage drops and fluctuations. When a high current appliance like a washing machine or refrigerator is operating, the increased current flow can exacerbate the effects of loose connections. The increased resistance at the loose connection causes a larger voltage drop, leading to dimming lights. Conversely, when the appliance cycles off, the voltage may momentarily increase as the current flow decreases, resulting in a brief brightening of the lights. Identifying loose connections can be challenging, as they may not be readily visible. A qualified electrician can use specialized equipment, such as a thermal imaging camera, to detect hotspots caused by loose connections. Thirdly, a shared neutral can cause these lighting issues. In a multi-wire branch circuit, two or more circuits share a common neutral conductor. This configuration is intended to save on wiring costs, but it can create problems if the neutral conductor is undersized or becomes disconnected. If the neutral conductor is undersized, it may not be able to handle the combined current from all the circuits sharing it. This can lead to voltage imbalances and fluctuations, causing lights to dim or brighten depending on the load on each circuit. A loose or disconnected neutral is a more serious problem that can create a dangerous condition known as an open neutral. With an open neutral, the voltage on the different circuits can become severely unbalanced, with some circuits experiencing overvoltage and others experiencing undervoltage. This can damage appliances and create a risk of electrical shock. It's important to note that even if the lights and appliances are not directly wired on multi-wire branch circuits, the entire electrical service to the house can be considered a large multi-wire circuit, with the neutral conductor serving as the common return path for all the circuits. If the main neutral connection at the service panel or at the utility transformer is compromised, it can affect all the circuits in the house. Now, to accurately diagnose the cause of dimming and brightening lights, several steps can be taken. Firstly, a thorough visual inspection of the electrical system can reveal obvious problems such as loose connections, damaged wiring, or outdated components. Pay close attention to the service panel, junction boxes, and outlets where the lights and appliances are connected. Secondly, voltage measurements at various points in the electrical system can help identify voltage drops, imbalances, or fluctuations. A multimeter can be used to measure the voltage at the service panel, at the outlets where the lights and appliances are connected, and at other points in the circuit. These measurements should be taken under both normal and loaded conditions to see how the voltage changes when the appliances are operating. Thirdly, a load test can be performed to determine the capacity of the electrical system and to identify overloaded circuits. A load test involves measuring the current draw of various appliances and comparing it to the circuit breaker rating and the wire gauge. This can help identify circuits that are being overloaded, which can contribute to voltage drops and dimming lights. Fourthly, a neutral integrity test can verify the continuity and adequacy of the neutral conductor. This test involves measuring the resistance of the neutral conductor from the service panel to various outlets. A high resistance reading indicates a loose or corroded neutral connection. If the visual inspection, voltage measurements, load tests, and neutral integrity test do not reveal the cause of the dimming and brightening lights, then it may be necessary to call in a qualified electrician for further investigation. An electrician has the tools and expertise to perform more advanced testing, such as insulation resistance testing and ground impedance testing. These tests can help identify hidden problems in the electrical system that may be contributing to the lighting issues. Insulation resistance testing involves measuring the resistance of the insulation surrounding the wires. Low insulation resistance indicates that the insulation is deteriorating, which can create a risk of electrical shock and can also contribute to voltage drops. Ground impedance testing involves measuring the impedance of the ground path. High ground impedance indicates that the grounding system is not functioning properly, which can increase the risk of electrical shock. In addition to diagnosing the cause of the dimming and brightening lights, it's also important to address any other safety concerns that may be present in the electrical system. In older homes, it's common to find outdated wiring, such as knob and tube wiring or cloth-insulated wiring, which may not be safe or up to current code. It's also common to find undersized service panels which may not be able to handle the electrical demands of modern appliances. If the electrical system is outdated or unsafe, it's recommended to have it upgraded by a qualified electrician. An electrical upgrade may involve replacing the wiring, installing a new service panel, and adding additional circuits to meet the electrical demands of the home. Furthermore, Zinsko electrical panels, also known as Sylvania Zinsko, are a known fire hazard and should be replaced immediately. The breakers in these panels are known to fail to trip when they should, which can lead to overheating and fires. Replacing a Zinsko panel with a modern, reliable panel is an important safety upgrade for any home. When choosing an electrician to inspect or upgrade the electrical system, it's important to select a qualified and licensed professional. Check the electrician's credentials, read online reviews, and ask for references. It's also a good idea to get multiple bids before hiring an electrician. A qualified electrician will be able to properly diagnose the cause of the dimming and brightening lights and will be able to recommend the appropriate repairs or upgrades to ensure the safety and reliability of the electrical system. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides specific guidelines for electrical installations and safety. The NEC is updated every 3 years, and it's important to ensure that all electrical work is performed in accordance with the latest edition of the code. Some key NEC requirements that may be relevant to the issue of dimming and brightening lights include firstly, Article 210.19, which addresses branch circuit conductor sizing. This article specifies the minimum size of conductors for different types of circuits based on the ampacity of the circuit breaker and the load on the circuit. Secondly, Article 250.24, which covers grounding and bonding requirements. This article specifies the requirements for grounding the electrical system to protect against electrical shock and to provide a path for fault current to flow back to the source. Thirdly, Article 310.15, which provides guidelines for calculating the ampacity of conductors. This article includes tables that list the ampacity of different types of conductors based on their size, insulation type, and installation conditions. Fourthly, Article 408.36, which requires overcurrent protection for panel boards. This article specifies the requirements for circuit breakers and fuses to protect against overloads and short circuits. Additionally, specific sections within these articles may address voltage drop calculations and acceptable voltage ranges. For example, the NEC recommends that the voltage drop on a branch circuit should not exceed 3% at the furthest outlet. Understanding these NEC requirements can help ensure that the electrical system is installed and maintained in a safe and reliable manner. Therefore, to reiterate, if lights are dimming and brightening in an old house, the problem is likely due to voltage fluctuations caused by high current appliances, loose electrical connections, or a shared neutral conductor. In any case, a qualified electrician should inspect and upgrade the electrical system to address these issues and ensure the safety and reliability of the electrical system. Remember to prioritize electrical safety and consult with professionals for any electrical work.